The time for me when I was coming to America is different from now. Why is it different? Number one, now there are so many social media. Now there are so many people talking about American life or European life. You can go to YouTube and see people talk like me. Everybody is talking about their life, kind of that. People have smartphones. People can post on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, social media. The time was coming, there was MySpace, there was High Five. Facebook was coming up. So there was, YouTube was still nothing like YouTube. A little bit of blog. There was no chatting like WhatsApp. There are no such things like that way. So even for me to find someone in America to ask a question, for you, I can talk to you anytime on WhatsApp. But for me, was to find someone, you have to email someone to respond by email, or you have to, by any mistake, you find someone on Yahoo Messenger chat. Or a few times, if someone is using Facebook, because Facebook was new. So that was a little bit different. The time we are coming here, we didn't have much of the information like someone who is coming now. That's number one. Number two is the level of development and the exposure of Western lifestyle in Africa was different from now. Back in the time, for instance, in Tanzania, while I was in Tanzania, the 5-star hotel you cannot afford. It was Kilimanjaro Hotel, Kempinski, whatever, just like 2 or 3, where you cannot even try to go there. How can you go there? That was different. So you have never been exposed to the nice hotels, but now you can live any city in the world, any country in Africa, you can live a very more beautiful hotel compared to American hotel. And it's just normal thing. You can just go for a weekend and stay there. So that is another thing. So when you come here, you're not exposed to technology to that level because technology is not there. You go to hotel the first time, you cannot even open the hot water and cold water. But now if those are the normal things, cannot be a challenge for someone like you. Another thing, for instance, even like when it comes to food, nowadays you can have McDonald's, you can have KFC, you can have whatever, Jane Brown, whatever, Burger King, KFC, all these kind of Western restaurants, fast food in Africa already. But at the time, for this entire Tanzania, there are just there are 2 places in Dar es Salaam only which they sell hamburgers. Only 2. So I was coming to America, just the hamburger, I was seeing on the picture and I had to buy one time just to see it and test how is it before coming to America. So even like for me, my experience for the food is different from you. For you, you can come here from day one, you can start even eating salad. For me, salad, I don't eat grass up to now. So for me, like there are so many food I don't eat in America.
Up to now?
Up to now, I don't eat salad, I don't eat pizza, I don't eat macaroni and cheese. There are so many things I don't eat. Because you see, so for me, number one, like I said, I was not exposed before coming here because there are things were out there. And I came here already, I know how to cook almost everything. So for me, it's easier to save as a Fulbright and you save money, you cook yourself. So that is another thing. But another thing for me as me, I have one weakness I can say. I usually, anything I have to taste to eat, I have to associate with something. For instance, I can give you an example. I don't eat broccoli because broccoli look like a tree. I don't eat, for instance, cauliflower because cauliflower look like a brain.
Wow.
I don't eat, for instance, shrimp because shrimp, when you go like farming, there are certain types of bugs. They look like shrimp. So for me, why should I eat things like those ones? I don't eat those crabs, whatever, those kind of expensive things because they look like a scorpion.
But they're good for your health. I
know, but that's my problem. That's my mistake. When I associate something, my mind is blocking something. So, and because I have the backup of cooking, even like the fish, I have to look like, how is the face of the fish? Is it a bad, scary face or just a normal face?
Right.
So, for me, like, so there are so many things like, when the time we are coming was different from your time. So for you, when you come here, transition is easier than someone coming back in my time because there are so many things we are different from food-wise, from just technology, from knowing what is going on compared to now. Now you can know everything. You can just, people get into the plane, going from Dar es Salaam to another city or whatever, another country within. But back in the time for me, it was my first time to be in the plane, being in KLM. So, I mean, it was Swiss Air. So you just stay there, like, even like, how do I put the seat belt? Like, you know, like, those, I mean, they look like normal now, but back in the time, it was the first time to drink apple juice, because apple juice was not there. Nowadays, apple juice is normal thing. Back in the day, apple juice was not there. There was only one supermarket, was Mlimani City, just brand new. Was built new.
And people really don't buy their foodstuffs in supermarkets.
Yes, and there was university students. So what do? You just drink water. You just like you have money. You drink soda. Simple like that. So back in the 2007, 2008, those were some of the things going on. So that's why for me, I took the responsibility, making sure any person who is coming is brand new, doesn't need to start going into this kind of things which are necessary. You need to come here, you are ready to take off. You don't need to come here and start figuring out how to order the food. Like, we used to go with my roommate, was from Oman. We were both kind of that way. We go to the restaurant, we have to find a restaurant which has pictures, the photos over there, and we order by number. So you just go like McDonald's, for instance, you go to McDonald's, you just say, number 2. Mayonnaise, whatever, they mention like faster. Yes. So they put everything you want. But you don't need those kind of things. Then you're like, but now. Yeah, so for me that was a little bit kind of like, if I compare how for me was coming here was it compared to me now. But the visa process hasn't changed. It is the same kind, like when you go there, you have all the documentation. It's easier, the type of the question. And especially when you have a scholarship, those are the things which are easy. They don't change at the US Embassy.
That's true.
Yeah.
But the same experience that you pass through, you can find a person in this era, they just pass through the same experience, because it matters when somebody did not expose in that kind of living a life standard, like going to supermarket, eating pizza, burger. I didn't grow up in the family or the situation where I eat pizza or burger. I just used to eat local foods. And when I came here, I found that things were very different, the taste. And for the first 3 weeks, it was really hard for me. I just used to eat bread and spaghetti and eggs. Yeah, that's it. And milk. But I tried to eat some fruits. They were not like as sweet as those at home. And one day I tried to buy sweet potatoes. Oh my God. I just threw them, all of them. I couldn't even able to eat it. And even the chicken, oh my goodness.
You see, so the advantage for me, I know how to cook, so I can cook whatever I want. So that made myself easier. So yes, you can go to the restaurant. And at the time, on my first year, after going to the restaurant, before I discovered they have so many places you can go, is having the buffet. So when I knew that there are certain places you can go and do that, so I was going to those places because I know I can find food instead of ordering and then I don't eat. Better to go there and choose whatever I want, and then I can be able to do that. And it was cheaper to eat in the buffet than eating into normal restaurant.